Welcome to Telling Our Stories. My name is Josh Johnson with Regency on the Lake. I relocated to Davidson, North Carolina, the Lake Norman area, in October of 2024. We started telling our stories so you, our viewers and listeners, can connect with our clients in the communities that we are a part of, from Western North Carolina to the Charlotte area. Welcome to the show, and we hope you enjoy this episode. My name is Josh Johnson with Regency on the Lake, and we are having an episode of our podcast telling our stories today. And I'm privileged to have Courtney Spear with me, who runs the Davidson Farmers Market in Davidson, North Carolina, where we have one of our offices at. Mm-hmm. And the Farmers Market is one of my favorite things in Davidson. I know that it's also a favorite for pretty much everybody that lives in Davidson or visits the area. I know for me personally, clients, it's one of the first questions I get asked. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's right behind schools, basically. Like, tell us about the farmers market. We've heard all this stuff. And so I wanted to do a little shoot with Courtney and get her take on the farmers market. Obviously, she's the nuts and bolts and brains and does all, it makes the magic happen at the farmers market.
One of the people that makes it happen.
Yeah. And Courtney and I, we've got to know each other here recently over past 3 months maybe.
Yeah.
And she also does catering, which is amazing. She just catered our annual event that we have at Regency on the Lake, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, this food's amazing. Yay. Actually, some of our clients have I think already reached out to Courtney. So that was a huge success as well. And I think some of that stuff she actually gets at the farmer's market that she uses with her catering.
Yes, for sure.
So Courtney, thank you for being on this episode with us.
Thank you for having me.
And tell us a little bit about you and the farmer's market.
Wow, there's lots to tell. So I've been living in Davidson since October 9, 2008. Mm-hmm. I started my first round with the farmers market in 2010. The market started in 2008, but I came on board as the manager in 2010, and I was the manager until 2015. Mm-hmm. And then I took a break because at that point, my 3 boys we're doing lots of weekend activities, baseball, golf, that I did not want to miss because I had a window of, time to make sure that I could be a part of all of that. And doing the farmers market, it's a every Saturday commitment.
Correct.
And it's not just Saturdays. There's lots of behind the scene things, but, I had to be present every Saturday morning. So I took a break, and then I came back in 2020, and I've been back ever since. Mm-hmm. And I will just say the market is just growing every year. Back when we first started, there might have been 7 to 10 vendors, and now we have close to 50 vendors. Mm-hmm. So we're just bursting at the seams.
Oh, yeah.
But there's just a little bit of something for everybody there.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of people come for, I would say mostly like produce, the meats, eggs, things that are actually farm products. And then the value-added things beyond that, like the donuts that you talk about. Mm-hmm.
I love the apple fritters.
The apple fritters. And, so we have baked goods and bread and pastas and salsas and sauces and seasonings and
pound cakes.
Pound cake. You keep focusing on the sweet things.
Yeah, I love the sweet things. That's my weakness, sweet things.
Yeah. There, a lot of the sweet vendors have massive lines before the bell even rings to get in. And of course, flowers and honey and body products. But the market we call it a food first market. So we often get calls and contacts from people that are trying to sell jewelry or do like a craft. Mm-hmm. And because we're food first, that's not allowed. Mm-hmm. So we try to keep it, food centered.
Correct.
Because a lot of other markets have those, and it just kind of dilutes the purpose of supporting local agriculture.
Oh, yeah. And You mentioned the vegetables and fruits and stuff. The fruits are another one of my favorite.
Oh, really?
I mean, I love the blackberries, the strawberries, the raspberries. I mean, and the blackberries, I swear, that I get at the Davidson Farmers Market
Yeah.
are the sweetest and like largest blackberries I've ever seen.
They're coming soon.
And this is a guy from the mountains of North Carolina originally, where we had wild blackberries that were amazing.
But weren't they tiny?
They were small.
Like
but these blackberries are like literally the size of a quarter.
Yes.
And they taste so great. And I love that on the pound cake.
Ooh, now that's a good combo.
Yeah, with a little bit of Cool Whip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or even, this is fairly new to the market, but we have a meat vendor that partners with a dairy. And so we have milk and heavy cream. So you could whip up your own whipped cream.
Yep.
That would be using that.
I haven't
That's
even thought
heavenly.
about that, but that would be great. So I may have to try that this year.
All right.
So you've been involved literally for several years.
Yeah.
I mean, one way or another.
Yeah.
But full time since 2020.
Yep.
And on average, and I know you have no clue like how many people visit, but like on average on a Saturday morning, how many people do you think actually, come and visit the farmers market in Davidson?
I feel like I have a fairly good pulse on that because we for years used to use little clickers, like event clickers, and do our best to click people coming in, trying not to double click somebody that's already been in. It wasn't a perfect count by any means, but it was a consistent count through the years. And I would feel very comfortable saying that this year so far, not partly, but a lot due to the weather. Because, of course, the market's going to be bumping when it's beautiful outside, and we've just been so lucky to have nice weather. I would say between 3,000 to 4,000 people come through.
That's crazy. In our little small town there in Davidson.
Yes. And you can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
It can get very congested. A lot of people use it as their social time too. Like they're there to shop, but they might be meeting people for coffee, and their kids are playing on the playground, and so there's strollers and wagons and all sorts of things that you have to dodge.
And live music.
Have
live music every Saturday as well.
Every Saturday.
Yep.
People are, I've seen it grow over the years, right? And I remember a time where we were like searching for people to come and play on Saturday, and now we basically, meaning me, I book like December for sure, lock in all the dates for the next year, and we still have people that we have to turn away, and so I try to like pepper some new people in, but be kind to the people that have been with us for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now people are like dying to get to play.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. It adds a lot to the vibe, for sure.
It does. And it's like you said. And I think you and I both being in Davidson, living there full time.
Yeah.
Something that in my business that's very important is the communities that we live in and the lifestyle. And I think that's why Davidson is so popular. And the farmers market, in my opinion, is such a huge part of that. And it's like you said, kids come, they're playing in the playground. You've got folks meeting for coffee. You've got folks coming to listen to music, then pick up their fresh produce, meats, milks, sweets, flowers. The flowers make my wife's week. If I come home with a bouquet of flowers and a couple fritters, we're both happy.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
but it's in our town is special. And I think it's because of things like the farmers market.
Well, I think one of the things that at least I've noticed that over the years is there was a time early on Saturdays when I wouldn't necessarily call it was a sleepy town, but it was definitely a quieter, chill Saturday weekend vibe. And then over the years, because of the market, bringing more people to town, the merchants on Main Street, like the Village Store and the other shops on Main Street, the bookstore would start opening earlier. Like normally they would open at 12, and now they open at 9 a.m. so they can capitalize on the crowd.
Traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not just the market. It's the coffee shop. It's Summit. It's all the shops on Main Street that I think just give it a lively vibe. And I'm amazed every Saturday at how many people that are at the market that I'm like, I've never seen these people in my life.
Yeah.
Like they are coming from
everywhere.
I talked to a guy the other day. He came in from Lake Wiley, I'm like, whoa, there are definitely some markets between Lake Wiley and Davidson that he could have gone to, but they're coming to Davidson. And I think it's the town for sure. It's the people. I think it's kind, and it's a kind place to live, and it feels safe. And I see it with kids running around where they're on the playground and parents are having conversations with their backs turned. It's like these kids are being watched by a community.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it feels really good, and it's fun.
Oh, even my kid who's 15, I mean, he's got his learner's permit, but not driving on his own yet. But, I mean, he'll jump on his bike, and as long as he stays within the Davidson borders, I'm like, hey, go ahead.
Right.
Go. You and your buddies go ride.
Yeah.
As long as you're not breaking the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
he is at that age where it's
where
like,
it's possible.
respect the law.
It's possible.
Yeah. So I'm like, just be respectful and,
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel totally comfortable letting him do that.
Yep.
But the community as a whole, I think it was opening day for the farmers market this year when Davidson Provision had a celebration.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And, I mean, there was a line at the farmers market. There was a line on the front, on Main Street, and the back for their event as well.
I think they were giving away like 300 or 500 T-shirts because they have a print shop, and they printed some custom T-shirts with, that was great.
And that kind of ties into what you said. I'm sure they thought, oh, it would be a great day to do this opening day of the farmers market as well. And I mean, it is a great thing for the town. I mean, and like you said, you meet people, you see the locals, and then you meet people from all over. I mean, every time I go, I feel like I meet somebody new.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of my clients, if they haven't been, and when I take them the first time, they're like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing. Like,
I mean, I have heard couples talk about that I'll bump into at the market, and we'll get chatting because I wear my little name badge that says manager, so somebody might pull me aside and say, this is great, or thank you for what you're doing, or because they know a lot goes into it that most people that just come, they're like, this is amazing, but the work that goes on behind the scenes with the board of directors and committees and sponsorships and event planning and all that. But I've had people say, like, we literally decided to move here because of the farmers market.
oh, yeah. I mean, that and the schools
Yes.
are the main two reasons. I mean, the lake is there as well.
Yeah.
But those two things are really up there with everybody I speak to.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, tell us about it. What's there? When does it start? Like, what time? How early do we need to be there? And I'm always like, you need to be there before the bell rings.
There you go.
I'm like, if
There
you're
you
not,
go.
you're going to miss some things.
Yeah.
So, and the bell ringing, I think, is a cool thing, too.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's another little Davidson touch,
It's funny that the big red bell that we ring, which is very large, was made by one of our vendors because he's a welder and stuff on the side, which is pretty common for, farmers to have other skill sets. So he feels pride every time we ring that bell, and sometimes he'll even ring the bell, but it didn't used to always be that way. We kind of like evolved into the bell ringing thing. It used to be people could come in and kind of mill about before we actually opened, and we're like, we need to make more of a statement that, like, we're open now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that, I think it's a cool little statement,
I think so, too.
Yeah.
So it rings at 9 a.m. Like, we are everybody's like looking at each other, waiting for the bell to ring, right at 9 a.m. And then it rings again at 12 o'clock when it's over. And it's unbelievable. If you've ever been there at the end, bell rings at 12 and that place shuts down in probably 11 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, vendors are ready to get out, go back to either their farm stand. I don't think they're going home to take a nap.
No. No,
they're going back to keep working.
Yep.
But, yeah, they want to get out of there. And the place just clears out. It's like we just had this magical, like, celebration, festival, market village, and then in an instant, it's over.
But, I mean, honestly, too, though, what I've seen and experienced personally is a lot of the vendors sell out. I mean,
or close to it.
I mean,
well, the donuts that you love
are always gone.
They do sell out a massive line.
Yeah, and I mean, flowers sometimes are gone.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just thinking of the things that I go and get. Blackberries are always gone if you're not there early.
Yep.
I mean, I just going through my mind on the things that I go and pick up personally.
Right.
And then my kid, the one thing that I think that's really cool about the farmers market too, the same one that'll let ride all over town, he has severe food allergies. And there's several products there that he can have. And I mean, his allergies are all dairy, including eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, and shellfish. And some of the things that he enjoys are the tortilla chips and the homemade tortillas. He loves those. And then there's also a vendor that makes, and forgive me for not knowing the name.
It's okay.
You may know.
I
but
will
there's
know.
a baker that makes allergy-free sweets that he can have.
Yep.
And he loves those too.
So I know who you're talking about, and they are a partial season vendor. And actually, we have a brand new vendor, an allergen friendly. I think that's how she calls herself, an allergen friendly baker that's starting this Saturday, and she's making bread and cookies and muffins. Seriously,
Awesome.
You're gonna have to check her
Yeah,
out.
I
And
will.
she's like a magician. I don't know how she does it because it's like free of a lot of stuff and low sugar but literally it's unbelievable.
Yeah, something for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the bagels, he can have the bagels there as well.
Oh, good.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
He loves those. I mean, I leave with a bag full of bagels every Saturday.
They're good.
They're mostly gone by Monday. I mean, 15, right? We eat all day long. So you had 3 boys, so you know how that is.
Yeah.
During that time, it's like my wife the other night, she said, she walked in the door from school and my kid comes downstairs and he says, "I'm hungry." She says, "Nice to meet you. I'm Christy." But like, it's when they're at that age, she's like, does he associate food when he sees me?
Right,
Or is
probably.
it just like
Short order cook?
Yeah.
That's what I used to call myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hungry. Poof.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Here you go. And it's 10 times a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is that whole sense of community. I think the farmers market is one of the key aspects that brings all the community together. It's kind of like when Davidson used to require everybody that lived there to have a mailbox.
Right.
So you met daily at the post office.
Yep.
It was intentional.
Yes, you
to
know
like
that.
spend time with your neighbors.
Yeah, get out and meet your neighbors.
And as we've grown, that's had to change.
Yeah.
But I mean, still there's that intentionality in Davidson. And I think the farmers market is such a key to that.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that you do such a good job running it and managing
Well, thanks. I love it. I love all the vendors and the different personalities, and they're all very unique and different, and customers as well, and volunteers. And that's another thing that just helps the market. I mean, we wouldn't be a market without the volunteers, but just dedicated community people from literally kids that are in high school that help run the market tent and booth where we answer questions and sell merchandise and stuff, that come every single Saturday. And other folks, they might be retired. Anyway, between high school and like retirees that come and donate their time and help set up the market, because we provide all the tents and tables to the vendors unless they want to provide their own. So in the morning at 7 a.m., it's a hustle to
Set it up.
set out all the tents, or at least stage them so that when vendors start arriving, we're all running around helping pop up the tables and tents, and then it all breaks down and goes back in the shed at the end of the day.
Yep.
But if we didn't have those volunteers, it'd be hard to do by yourself.
Yeah, it would be very hard to do.
Yeah,
I mean, even when my company just sets up for an event just for ourselves, it takes a team to just do hours.
Yeah,
But you all have a website.
we do.
And that is
DavidsonFarmersMarket.org, and we are actually in the middle of completely doing a new website. So hopefully by early fall we'll have a new website.
All right. So DavidsonFarmersMarket.org. You can check that out for details about the farmers market.
Yes.
You can also get applications to become a vendor.
Once a year.
Once a
we do
year.
like a window in the fall, like September, October-ish, where people can apply.
And one other thing that I wanted to touch on, which is amazing, and you know that we just purchased a lot of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Davidson Farmers Market
Yep.
cookbooks
Yep.
for all of our clients and partners and guests at our annual event.
Yeah.
And those cookbooks, other than your cooking at our event, probably was the next most complimented
Oh, good.
item that folks got. And tell us a little bit about the cookbook and how it came about.
Wow. Doing a farmer's market cookbook has been something that's been like an idea or, a wish for years. We have a very strong board of directors, and they had taken the lead on really pushing it through. So thank goodness for that, because they spent a lot of time and attention to bringing it together, because I'm so pulled in different directions. I needed some good
Some
leadership
help,
and help to make it happen. So it is a collection of recipes that are by season, and it's featuring items that can only be found at the farmers market. We made every dish in that cookbook by purchasing stuff at the market and then making it the next day, having a professional photographer come over, take the photos. So the photos that are in the cookbook are actual items that we made. And there's also vendor profiles with each season. So at the beginning of each season in the cookbook, we highlight, I think, 4 vendors. And the vendor, it's beautiful photography, stories about the vendors, and just history.
Oh, yeah.
History. I mean,
Yeah.
each story is a little bit different, and there were so many people that collaborated with the storytelling and the editing and just pulling it all together. And we used local photographers, and it was just, I feel like it's a love letter sort of yearbook-ish for the farmers market.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get it at the market,
Yep.
at our market info tent, and you can get it at Main Street Books.
And if you don't have one, you need to get one. I can tell you, because I mean, ours,
It's a keepsake,
yeah,
for
it
sure.
is a keepsake. I mean, and not only a keepsake, but it's also like my family's already made stuff that's in the book. So I mean,
Aw,
it's
good.
like, I mean, it's kind of fun. It brings that community home.
Yeah,
I mean, because when you're cooking together as a family,
for sure.
And that's what I always say, a house is not a home without the people who's in it.
Right.
And I also feel like community helps create all the homes within
Yes.
that community. So, I mean, it's just kind of a snapshot,
Yeah.
as to the things that make, areas special.
Yeah. Also, in the cookbook, at the beginning of each season, it kind of talks about what happens around that time of year in Davidson. So it's not. So it gives more of a Davidson, like, as a whole, not just necessarily the farmers market. So it talks about Christmas in Davidson, and it talks about the oh gosh, what am I trying to say? Halloween, the Halloween march in Davidson, where there's just hundreds of kids walking down Main Street.
Yep.
So it kind of pulls in
I
all
would
these
say
other.
thousands of kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Hundreds of kids and thousands of
Yeah.
adults
Yep,
that are
yep,
chaperoning their children.
Because there's thousands of people there for that march.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the cutest thing. Oftentimes, I'll have like a moment where I'm like, if I didn't live here, but I came here, just kind of stumbled across Davidson, I would just think this place was incredible. And then, but I live here, and I have to kind of pinch myself to
Wake up. Is
like
this
wake up,
real?
like this is
Yeah.
this is an amazing place to live. Because
Oh,
if
yeah.
I visited a place in another part of the country that was like this, I'd be like, this is like the cutest heavenly place.
Oh yeah, I mean it like you said,
It's-
it's like you have to pinch yourself sometimes because
do.
it's so surreal, and I mean that's why we are growing. But I mean the thing I love about Davidson is that our leadership there is so intentional. I mean, from town government to the farmers market to the college. I mean, it's like
yeah,
everybody's
the college
a
is
team.
a whole nother
Yeah.
like piece of
Oh,
the
yeah.
town that
The culture
adds
and
value.
everything. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
But anyhow, I just wanted to do like a quick little video on the farmers market because I am not always great at explaining when we're out looking at properties, and I
Yeah.
can say, hey, I'm going to shoot you a link.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's great for people to be able to hear about it and know a little bit more about it. Is there anything, let's say, what, and this is kind of like a biased question, so I'm not sure if it's a good question for
Okay.
you or not.
That's all
but
right.
like,
Shoot.
what's your favorite thing about the farmers market in Davidson?
What's the favorite thing about the farmers market? Two favorite things
Okay.
is the vendors and their personalities and their willingness to share information about their product. Like, they're just very open books. So just they have so much knowledge
Mm-hmm.
that just ask them questions. I just encourage that a lot. So I would say our vendors
Mm-hmm.
and their food. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
everything in
Yeah,
the
the
farmers
products,
market.
yeah.
The products.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a tomato or a cucumber or whatever is in season. It is just, it's nutrient packed. It's delicious, and just it doesn't compare to the grocery. I mean, the grocery store. Like, just no,
Oh, yeah.
it's real. It's the real deal.
It is.
It
And
was
you
just
can tell
picked.
by looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not even touching it. You see it and you're like, wow, that's what a tomato is really supposed to look like.
Right. And
Yeah.
that was just picked.
Yeah.
Hasn't been sitting on a truck for
Correct.
days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned about the blackberries, I've never in my life seen blackberries like these.
Fat and juicy.
Oh my gosh, so good. I'm like, mouth is watering.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They're here. Seriously, like they're coming. Like, it's the season.
Yep.
Blackberry season's going to be here in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Cannot wait. But
Yeah,
thank
same.
you again for coming
Yeah.
on for this little shoot. And again, it's davidsonfarmersmarket.org.
Yep.
And also, don't forget, Courtney does do that catering.
Courtney cooks it up.
Courtney cooks it up, and it's good cooking. And thank you, our listeners, for listening to this episode of Telling Our Stories today. Hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that we will see you at the farmers market in Davidson.
Yes.
Come experience Davidson, because honestly, like, it's hard to even put into words like how special our town is. And things like the farmers market are contributors to that. And Courtney, you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you again. And let's keep rocking. If you like what you heard, then do all that stuff, like, share, subscribe. And Josh Johnson with Regency on the Lake, and Courtney Spear
With Davidson Farmers Market.
and Courtney Cooks It Up.
Courtney cooks it up.
All righty.
All right.
Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for joining this episode of Telling Our Stories. We hope you enjoyed today's show and episode. Please feel free to share with somebody that you think may enjoy it. Also, like, subscribe, and share away. We've got more episodes coming in the future. Thanks again for joining us today.